You know that feeling, right? That incredibly frustrating feeling where you're hitting the gym, you're trying to eat right, you're putting in the work week after week, and you look in the mirror and just nothing. Nothing has changed. Well, if that sounds familiar, I want you to know you are so not alone. Let's get into what's really going on here. Okay, get this. A pretty shocking statistic shows that a whopping 87% of people who exercise regularly don't actually see the real, tangible results they're grinding for. I mean, just think about that. That is a massive and, frankly, kind of depressing number, and it makes you wonder, why? Why is all that sweat and dedication seemingly going nowhere? Now, let me tell you what it's not. It's not your genetics, and it's definitely not some secret supplement you're missing. The real answer is actually way simpler. It's about making a shift from just training hard to training smart. And that's exactly what we're going to break down right now. There's a 5-pillar formula that basically acts as your map, your guaranteed roadmap to muscle growth. If you follow these 5 steps, you unlock the results you've been chasing this whole time. So, let's kick it off with pillar number 1. This is the absolute foundation for everything else, and it's non-negotiable. You have to have a plan. Before we even talk about a single exercise, this is where it all has to start. I mean, this slide really says it all. The bottom line is that pretty much any decent plan can work. Push-pull legs, full body, a body part split, you name it. The type of plan isn't as important as just having one. You need to know exactly which exercises, how many sets, how many reps, and even your rest times before you ever set foot in the gym. Because if your workouts are random, well, guess what your results are going to be? Okay, so you've got your plan. Great. Now let's move to pillar 2, which is all about how you execute that plan. Technique always comes before weight. Think of it like a boxer, right? They don't just start by swinging for the fences. No way. They learn the fundamentals first, the jab, the footwork. Then they add the power. The gym is exactly the same. And this right here is where so many people go wrong. They fall right into the ego trap. We've all seen it. It's that urge to just pile on the plates and move some heavy weight, even if your form completely falls apart. Yeah, it might feel good for a second, but you're actually sabotaging your own progress and just asking for an injury. So just look at the difference. On one side, you've got controlled, focused movement. That's training the muscle. On the other side, you've got sloppy, jerky reps. That's training the ego. The question you have to ask yourself is, which one are you doing? Are you actually feeling the muscle work with perfect, controlled reps? Or are you just throwing weight from point A to point B? The golden rule is simple. 10 perfect reps will always build more muscle than 10 sloppy reps with a heavier weight, period. Now we're getting to the good stuff. You've got a plan, you're using perfect technique. Pillar number 3 is the secret sauce. This is what separates the people who truly change from those who are just, going through the motions. And that is intensity. The next time you're in the gym, I want you to be brutally honest with yourself and ask this question on every single set. Are you actually challenging your muscles, or are you just completing the reps? See, your muscles don't grow just because you showed up. They grow because you force them to adapt to a real challenge they're not used to. And this quote just says it all. This is what real intensity feels like. It's not about yelling and throwing weights. It's about that quiet moment in your set where your body is begging you to stop, but your mind digs deep and you push out 1 or 2 more reps. That is where the growth happens. And that leads us perfectly into pillar number 4. Now, this is a term that gets thrown around a lot, but most people totally misunderstand it. Smart, progressive overload. The idea is simple. To keep growing, you have to gradually ask more of your body over time. But the key word here is smart. This isn't about slapping another 20 pounds on the bar and ruining your form. No, it's about tiny, compounding wins. It's about getting just 1 more rep than you did last week, or adding just a tiny bit of weight to the bar, or even cutting your rest time by 10 seconds. These small, consistent improvements are what add up to incredible results over the long haul. And finally, we're at pillar number 5. And honestly, this is the most important one of all. This is the glue that holds the other 4 pillars together. The real secret ingredient? Consistency. Let me just be super clear about this. You could have the world's best plan, technique that's absolutely flawless, and the intensity of a pro athlete. But if you only do it for a week here and a week there, it all means absolutely nothing. It's worthless. The real magic is in the timeline. Sure, 1 week is a good start, But 5 months of showing up consistently, that's when you start to see real, visible change. In 5 years, that's how you get those jaw-dropping, total transformations. It all comes down to the compounding power of simply showing up. So there it is. That's your 5-pillar map to success. Let's run through it one more time. 1. Build a plan and actually stick to it. 2. Perfect your technique before you even think about lifting heavy. 3. Train with real, uncomfortable intensity. 4. Chase those smart, small, incremental bits of progress. And number 5, the most important one. Above everything else, be consistent.
And I really want to leave you with this thought. A real transformation doesn't come from one perfect workout. It doesn't come from one perfect week. It comes from the compounding effect of all your effort. The difference between someone who looks pretty good and someone who looks incredible, it's simply that they kept showing up, time after time after time.